In 1929, Hans Wilsdorf registered the name Ranger for his fledgling Tudor brand. But it would take more than 2 decades before that name found its true calling. And that real genesis begins in 1952, when Tudor supplied Oyster Prince watches to the British North Greenland expedition, which was a brutal 2-year scientific mission through some of Earth's most unforgiving terrain. Of course, those watches weren't called Rangers yet, but they embodied everything the name would represent: rugged dependability, unwavering legibility, and no-nonsense construction built for genuine exploration. Fast forward all the way to 2022, and Tudor reintroduced the Ranger as a 39mm field watch, drawing heavily from its expedition heritage. The response was certainly mixed, to say the least. Some, like ourselves, loved the simplicity, while others found it to be too bland. But there was one sentiment that echoed consistently throughout the landscape: "I'm waiting for the 36mm version." In true Tudor fashion, the brand listened. In late 2025, the brand dropped not just a smaller case size enthusiasts requested, but also the Dune White dial variant seen here, a sandy, off-white colorway inspired by Tudor's role as the official timekeeper of the Dakar Rally. As former mechanics and lifelong gearheads, that rally connection immediately grabbed our attention. The Dakar represents endurance, precision, and pushing equipment to absolute limits across desert terrain. But here's the tension. At nearly $3,800 on Bracelet, the Ranger 36mm sits in an increasingly competitive price bracket where brand name alone doesn't guarantee a win. And after spending the past few weeks with the watch, we wanted to take a closer look at the Tudor Ranger 36mm in Dune White. Unboxing this new Ranger, our first reaction was the immediate appreciation for that dial color. We've always gravitated towards earth tones. There's something inherently grounded about sandy beiges that just feels right on a tool watch. This isn't clinical white. It feels more like the color of actual desert sand, of expedition dust. Given our background turning wrenches and obsessing over rally racing, the Dakar inspiration resonates beyond simple aesthetics for us. The 36mm case sounds small on paper, especially when 42mm dive watches dominate wrists. But in hand, this doesn't wear like an undersized vintage timepiece. Thick lugs, slab-sided case construction, and substantial brushed bracelet give it legitimate presence. On our 6.75-inch wrist, it felt perfectly balanced. That said, we do need to address the value equation immediately. At $3,775, this is creeping toward $4,000 territory. When the 39mm Ranger launched in 2022 under $3,000, that felt much more compelling. This price creep makes the decision tougher, especially compared to some strong competition in the field watch space. The printed numerals are another sticking point for many here. At this price point, applied indices feel like a reasonable expectation. And look, we get it. Printed markers are part of the Ranger's DNA. But when micro brands apply indices at a fraction of this cost, it does feel like Tudor is leaning heavily on brand cachet. Still, there's something undeniably appealing about the Ranger's no-frills approach. No date window, no unnecessary complications, just time presented clearly. For those of us who love tool watches in their purest form, that simplicity is the entire point. The Ranger's stainless steel case measures 36mm in diameter, 11mm thick, with a 44mm lug-to-lug span and 19mm lug width. What makes this watch wear the way it does is the architecture. It's outfitted with thick, muscular lugs that taper almost athletically, slab sides finished in horizontal brushing, and a chunky presence you wouldn't expect from the modest diameter. Unsurprisingly, Tudor's finishing approach is entirely tool-focused. The case is brushed nearly everywhere, with only a slim, polished chamfer running along the bezel's edge. This isn't the refined, mixed finishing you'd find on a Rolex Explorer. Instead, the Ranger commits fully to a utilitarian aesthetic. Those horizontal brushstrokes will definitely help hide scratches from daily wear as well. The screw-down crown sits at 3 o'clock, embossed with Tudor's Rose logo and no crown guards. You also get 100 meters of water resistance, which is more than adequate for daily wear. Flip the Ranger over, and you'll find a solid case back with engraved text noting the manufacturer caliber, water resistance, and reference number. Now, onto that Dune White dial, as that is what really sets this Ranger apart. Tudor describes it as matte Dune White, and we'd call it a warm sandy beige. In certain lighting, it reads almost ivory. In bright sunlight, it takes on a warmer, golden cast. It's historically grounded without resorting to heavy-handed fotina, and we're definitely huge fans. Against this warm backdrop, Tudor employs bold black elements. The Arabic numerals at 3, 6, 9, and 12 are printed in matte black, as are the stick indices at remaining hours. Those numerals are divisive. The 6 and 9 feature compressed, squashed loops that look slightly cartoonish to some eyes. We've really grown to appreciate the quirkiness, but it definitely won't be for everyone. The handset is equally polarizing. Tudor ditched the snowflake hands for a spade-style hour hand and pencil minute hand, both in matte black with cream-colored lume. The second hand is a simple black stick with a red tip, the only pop of color on the dial, another detail we actually enjoy. But here's where the Dune White makes a crucial trade-off: lume performance. Unlike the black dial Ranger with fully lumed numerals, the Dune White uses small lume plots positioned above each hour marker. The lume matches the dial's sandy color during the day, creating an almost invisible effect. In the dark, however, overall nighttime legibility is noticeably inferior to the black dial. Is this a deal breaker? Well, that really depends on your use case. If you're regularly checking the time in complete darkness, we'd suggest the black dial. But for most daily scenarios, the Dune White remains perfectly legible thanks to high contrast black hands and numerals. The dial's flatness is also worth noting. Without applied indices, it reads very two-dimensional. As we mentioned, we'd love applied numerals at this price, but we also understand the historical precedent here. Inside beats Tudor's manufacturer caliber MT5402. The MT5402 is COSC certified, guaranteeing accuracy within -2 plus 4 seconds per day. The 70-hour power reserve means you can pull the watch off Friday and put it back on Monday without ever resetting. Tudor builds this with a silicon balance spring for anti-magnetic properties and a free-sprung balance for shock resistance. It beats at 28,800 VPH, providing that smooth seconds hand sweep. At this price point, you're getting exceptional horological value. The MT5402 punches well above its weight class. This is where Tudor's vertical integration really shines. You're getting legitimately impressive movements at accessible prices. The 3-link oyster-style bracelet is also genuinely excellent. Every surface is brushed, and the solid links give it a substantial feel without uncomfortable weight. It's also equipped with Tudor's T-Fit clasp system, which still remains one of the best on-the-fly micro-adjustments in the industry. A small sliding mechanism provides approximately 8 mm of adjustment without any tools. The clasp closes with a satisfying click and feels secure. Overall, comfort is excellent. We wore this for extended workdays, including a few morning workouts and hikes without issue. Okay, so at just under $4,000, is the Tudor Ranger 36mm in Dune White worth it? As with many watches, the honest answer is a bit complicated. We really enjoyed wearing this watch, and for us, the Dune dial has character photographs just can't capture. And although we do really like the 39mm, the 36mm size was excellent across the board as well. The bracelet and T-Fit clasp are best in class, and the MT5402 delivers performance that justifies Tudor's in-house investment. But that price tag certainly creates expectations this watch doesn't quite meet for everyone. Let's just take a quick look at both ends of the field watch spectrum for a moment. While it's not a direct competitor by any means, this watch does give us a similar vibe to one of our personal favorite everyday watches, the Hamilton Khaki Field Murph on Bracelet, and that watch delivers really strong value with a price tag just above $1,000. Of course, the Tudor has superior movement, better finishing, stronger brand cachet, but is it 4 times better? Both are excellent field watches. The Tudor is objectively higher quality, but the Murph does deliver 90% of the functionality at just 25% of the cost. Cross-shopping against the more obvious Rolex Explorer 36mm at just under $8,000, however, and the Ranger starts to look like tremendous value. You're getting that Explorer-style DNA, excellent specs, and proven reliability at less than half the cost. For us, the Ranger 36mm Dune White is a watch we really love. It's a no-frills tool watch with that perfect sandy dune dial, excellent proportions, and Tudor's proven reliability. The value proposition still works for what we prioritize in a watch. It's a compelling everyday tool watch that could serve as someone's one-and-done piece. As always, we'd love to hear from you. Do you think the Dune White dial is a smart evolution for the Ranger, or would you stick with the classic black? And at nearly $4,000, does the Tudor Ranger still represent good value in the field watch category? Let us know in the comments below, and be sure to like and subscribe. Thank you for watching, and we'll see you in the next video.